edition of Meet the Metapreneur. Just a few days back, I had the honor of meeting Dr. Jane Thomason in real life right here in Dubai. And I wanted to have her on my show, and she consented. So here she is with us. Dr. Jane, most people already know you in this space, but for those who don't, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Thank you very much. And I'm really happy to join the show and to talk to your audience. I'm someone who since 2016 realized the social utility of the blockchain in terms of being useful in a whole lot of areas that's going to change people's lives. So since 2017, I've been really thinking about and working with the blockchain and all of its subsequent iterations for social impact. So whether it's healthcare or humanitarian or climate change or supply chains, agricultural supply chains and other supply chains, I've been working, speaking, writing and trying to share with people the great use cases that are out there that show the value of this technology for humanity.
Well, that's a great introduction. And Dr. Jane, I count you as an impact metapreneur. If you like that phrase, I think that
I'm happy to be that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I, had this interesting conversation with you, and I was very attracted to what you are doing in the ESG space, because, it is a matter of serious concern in terms of climate change and all the repercussions of global warming. So can I ask you, what is your pet project in this space?
Well, what I'm really focused on at the moment is, because I'm based in Dubai now, so we're in the Middle East. We've got Egypt as the presidency of the big climate conference this year, and next year UAE is going to have the presidency of the big climate conference. So it's a really good time to get people interested in sustainability, because climate is going to be a big focus in the region. And what I've found since being here is there are people who are working on ESG and sustainability and green finance, but they seem to be scattered everywhere in different places. And the ecosystem hasn't really come together in a way that allows the inspiration and acceleration of tech for sustainability projects. And so what I've been trying to do is to bring all of the disparate parties together so that we can build a tech for sustainability ecosystem here initially in the Middle East, but actually this is something that could be global, because I think it's a real need. So we're going to find the entrepreneurs, we're going to find the academic and research institutions, we'll be working with Sustainability City, we're working with the Youth Hub, we have a hackathon next weekend on tech for sustainability. We're going to launch this idea at a gala dinner on the night of the 26th, and just try and connect everyone together so that we can build a platform where people can all participate, they can give value, they can find the people they need. We can get accelerators and incubators, accelerating and incubating tech for sustainability style of projects, and attract the finance there as well. So it's kind of a big vision that I've got, but I actually think the timing's right. And particularly because of the COP presidency here in the UAE, there's a lot of interest in that now. And sometimes you have a great idea, but the timing's not right and the people don't come together. But I feel like it's all coming together here in UAE now.
No, it is. And I want to give a shout out to a few, environmentalists who are part of my network. And Dr. Jane, how should people reach out to you if they are interested in joining hands with you on this initiative?
Well, I would love them to. For the moment, I think just link in with me. I'm very prominent on LinkedIn and I post a lot. Once we get what I'd like to do actually is set up a Tech for Sustainability Association, and then people are going to be able to register and join that association and be part of building the ecosystem. But we haven't got all the registrations and everything in place yet. So for the meantime, please just link in with me. I would love to be connected with your community.
No, that's great. And I'm sure a lot of people will join hands because, we all care about our planet. There is no plan B. We do not have another planet yet to go to. So we have to look after this one. I want to pivot a little bit towards the metaverse, NFT, Web3 space, because clearly, that's the center of gravity and most conversations are around that space. So I know you are quite prominent in terms of you're writing a book, I believe, in this space. I want you to tell us a little bit about that one.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to do it. Well, I mean, I see that the metaverse is part of the evolution, both of the internet, but it's also the evolution of Web3, which is also the evolution of the internet. And I see the metaverse as essentially immersive Web3. And so obviously coming from a background initially in blockchain, with all of the blockchain affordances that are going to be part of Web3 that enable that exchange of value, then they're going to continue to play a central role in what happens in the metaverse. So I've been really literally immersing myself in understanding the metaverse and in what people are building, but also trying to think, how is the metaverse going to be able to create value for society and humanity? And one of the areas that, I've been quite prominent in talking about and writing about, because I think that it's going to be a real boon, is in healthcare, because there's so many opportunities in healthcare, in health and wellness, in mental health, in education of students, in scientific discovery and in clinical care, that I think we'll find that a lot, but not all of our healthcare, particularly not our acute care, we're going to be finding solutions through the metaverse. And so I'm very excited about that. And what I'm looking for is thinking about other ways that the metaverse is going to be able to be deployed to help society receive services better, deal with their problems, and receive value for what they're doing. And that could be around regenerative agriculture, for example. So I'm really like you and everyone else. We're kind of pioneers and we're truth seekers, and we're trying to figure out what this is and how it's going to work. It's a very exciting time, but I think it's going to be super important. And the one thing I want to say, though, is that I think if we're looking for an open, inclusive metaverse and one that is going to be accessible, then someone's got to find a metaverse solution that works on mobile, because the majority of people in the world aren't going to be able to have Oculus headsets and, the expensive infrastructure, but they can have an immersive metaverse-like experience on a mobile. So I hope people are thinking about that and building it. Actually, I know they are. I don't have to hope, because I've been speaking to an engineering university in Pakistan that's already trying to figure that out. So I think we're going to see that.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's early days for this technology. It's going to evolve. It's not going to take as long as it took for the internet to evolve because of all the digital acceleration that's happening. So I guess a couple of years down the road, we'll have good, immersive, low bandwidth solutions, which, will be very effective, quick to download with good UI, UX interface. So we just need to give it some more time. I'm in touch with a lot of founders who are creating impact metaverses, which are going to change the world in more ways than we can imagine. So yeah, good things and good applications. It's all work in progress. It's going to be rolled out very soon. So I'm very optimistic about the future that metaverse will provide a lot of solutions for a large audience in almost every industry and every geography. So I'm very excited to be on this trip with you. And I'm in for most of your initiatives, given the time constraints that we all live in. And I do encourage our audience. We have a large ecosystem now to join hands and we rise together. And that's my appeal to our ecosystem. And before I let you, Dr. Jain, to complete the show, I always ask my guests on some advice or tips they want to share with newbies in the space.
Look, I think that the really important thing is, don't be afraid to get up, get out there, go to meetups, go to conferences, just go meet people. Because even if you're an absolute newcomer, this is a very welcoming and inclusive community. And I think just if you get out there and you go to places, and you talk to people, you're soon going to find people that are interesting to you, that can teach you things that you can connect with and you can learn from. And the second thing is, there's no books on this. So get onto the internet, look at YouTube, look at blogs and things that people are writing, because that's how we all had to learn. We didn't go and find a textbook on blockchain or the metaverse because they didn't exist. So just don't be afraid, and don't worry that you're a newcomer, because we were all newcomers once.
Absolutely. And I just want to add that they should also attend the webinars hosted by onlywebinars.com.
Oh, absolutely, of course.
Yeah, because we have very interesting topics that we've covered, and what we are covering in the near future. We are talking about DAOs for good, which I think is a great topic. And then we have another one in October, which is going to talk about community building in Web3. And so that's all about collaboration. That's about meeting people, showing up for various events, and then good things happen. So on that positive note, we're going to sign off for this edition. And I want to thank you one more time, Dr. Jain. It's been an honor, and I look forward to meeting you again in real life.
It's such a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye.